Hey guys, welcome back. You're here with the Dragon, and this is going to be an update that from a year ago when I first got this $200 Craigslist truck. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you might have to back up, and catch episode 1 and 2. But anyway, I wanted to do an update. Some people asked about it and what have you. But anyway, I got this truck basically for 200 bucks, 4-wheel drive XLT. And of course, it's not the most beautiful truck, but the reason really that I took it for the money was the body is really, really straight and there's no rust. And if you catch the other videos, you'll see this is one of those old Z-Bart trucks where they put the rust proofing on the inside of the panel so it can't rust. And it was really straight, and I thought, wow, this thing would make a great project truck. Do some straight axle conversion, put a V8 in it or something, make it really radical. Not that I'll ever get around to doing that because I'm always too busy. Which brings me to my point right now is, I shot some video on it and talked about it before, and then I got really busy and it just sat out here for like almost a year. And I recently started messing with it again through tags on it because they were calling for a blizzard, which we got partial blizzard, and then it kind of petered out. But it had 4-wheel drive, and I just wanted to see if it worked and have a truck that I could thrash around in the snow and not worry about getting it all messed up. The 4-wheel drive did work, but man, it made a lot of noise. Not the transfer case, but the front end, them self-locking axles were popping and snapping and carrying on. But it did work. I just wouldn't want to have to go down the highway at speed or anything with it, but it did work. So that works. The whole point of this video today is to update you, but what had happened is it was running like crap. So I did that seafoam throttle body cleaner where you spray it in for like 7 minutes, put it in the fuel and all that, and instantly this thing ran like a raped ape. Still ticks like a bitch and carries on like all these 2.9s do. But right after that, then it didn't idle right, up and down, and I thought it might have been that idle air control valve or what have you, and everybody's like, no, don't do that first, do the map sensor. So of course I ordered that, and the way things are right now, because this is here beginning of January, no mail's getting delivered or nothing, and it took forever to get that thing. So I finally stuck it in today, and that seemed to fix the problem. So now it's back to idle in the way it should. It was really bad going down the road and stuff. It would kind of jump a little bit, but when I pulled up to a red light, it would sit there and up and down and lurch. Oh, it was horrible. So anyway, I did that today, and I thought, well, I better shoot an update video because it's been almost a year. Again, this is a work truck. I did clean out the bed. You saw in the other video it was just full of trash when I got it. I got to get the parts that actually hold the spare tire up under the truck. They were missing. Sliding glass window does work, what have you. The interior, if you remember, was trashed. It still is. I cleaned it up a little bit, and I fixed this seat. I was going to get a whole new interior, and everybody's like, don't do that, man, 200 bucks, just clean it up and run the piss out of it. So that's basically what I've been doing, but the seat was collapsed. This section was basically sitting down on the floor, and the backrest was broken back. So yeah, believe it or not, like 15 minutes, man, I peeled this off. This is like a cover somebody put on. So I peeled that off, and then the foam just pops right off, and there's the frame. And come to find out, it was cracked completely here, and that's why the whole back thing was going down. And then there's some support wires and springs that run across the frame. They had all fell out and were laying on the floor. So it was pretty simple. I welded that back, put all that back in there, and now the seat's great. It's comfortable. It's doing the job. It ain't pretty. And I cleaned that seat off. Hard to see with the lighting. That had a real big stain on it and what have you, but it's good enough for a work truck. You can see I've been out doing some jobs, helping some guys with their car. I was doing that Corvette and a couple other things. But yeah, it's not beautiful. This isn't a riveting video or anything. I'm just trying to give you all a little update. I don't know why I shut that door because I was going to start it up for you. Some days it doesn't tick at all, and other days it sounds like the motor's going to blow apart. So typical 2.9. I'm not going to put any money into it. I'm going to run it into the ground and then do like a 4.0 swap, or maybe, like I said, one day do a V8 swap. So I'll fire it up It's really, really bad. You remember, I don't know if I had the good starter in it when I shot the last video, but the starter was bad. That's how I ended up with this truck. Even after I put a new one in, the starter works great, but it makes one hell of a noise when it starts. I took it back out and looked at it. The flywheel's a little chewed up. So far, so good. It's been doing really good starting, but you'll hear it. It sounds rough. I might just have to shim it. We'll see. And now I got a little bit of oil pressure. I had no oil pressure before, and I've been doing a little sea foam and Marvel Mist Oil and all that. And it's coming around, but listen to this tick. Typical 2.9, and it's got a really loud alternator on it. That whine's really loud. Sounds like a blower. But it's real responsive. Actually, it's got a lot of ass to it. Gets down the road pretty good. It's got 373 gears in it. Most people wouldn't drive a vehicle that sounded like this, but it sounds much worse some days. All the valves are ticking. Right now it's just one or two of them, but it fires right up. Other than that, you know, it makes a little noise. That starter's a little noisy. All right, let me shut it off so I don't have to holler at you. But anyway, yeah, I know this isn't real exciting, and my videoing isn't worth a crap because I just use my camera phone all the time. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to give y'all an update. I'm rambling on. I don't know what all I've told you. I did get a new battery. So anyway, I got it for, like I say, 200 bucks because the guy I've got it from owed me 50. He wanted 250, but he owed me money, so I gave him 200 bucks. Basically, I put a battery in it, you know, 50 bucks, a starter, 50 bucks. Here's the map sensor that I just replaced. Went bad on it. Anyways, back to this. Battery, 50 bucks, starter, 50 bucks. And then I've changed the oil a couple different times, like 2 or 3 times, and put some Marvel Mist Oil in it and some sea foam and all that, trying to, you know, work on that loud ticking noise. Now, I did gain fuel pressure. And like I say, sometimes that ticking stops, but it seems like the last couple weeks, it's still ticking even more than ever. You know, it's not really going away like it first was, but I believe it does have about 180,000 on it. Could be 280,000, but I doubt it. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know really what else to tell you guys right now. Just wanted to give you a little update, and I'm just going to run it through the winter. Run the crap out of it, and if it makes it and I can get this, you know, I don't think the ticking's going to stop really. I think it's from wear more than anything. I was going to put a slick paint job, you know, just kind of like a quickie on it or something, and go from there, but I don't know if I'm going to be wasting my time with it unless I find a cheap 4.0 with that, because the 4.0 had a little better transmission in it too. This is automatic. And you know, do a swap there with the motor and the trans. If I find a good one, maybe I'll do that. Maybe if things go really good, money's good, maybe I'll do, like I say, I'll do it right and put straight axles and a MP205 and a V8 in it or something, and get it up in the air and do it really nice because the body's in such good shape. But for right now, 200 bucks. And then, like I say, maybe 100, 150 more in parts and oil and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I just been running the wheels off of it. Runs great. Makes a lot of noise, but it runs good. All right, guys, that's going to be about it. Just rambling on. Peace out.